Today we are making a classic lasagna with a twist, replacing the lasagna noodles with squash for a pasta-free, low-carb experience that is packed with protein, nutrients, and most of all, it's absolutely delicious. I'm Allison with Simple Fantastic Kitchen. Let's get started. So the first step is you're going to get 1 to 3 yellow squash, depending on their size. You can also use zucchini, but when I went to the farmer's market, this was the most beautiful, perfectly in season, gorgeous option available. So slice off the head first, and then you're going to slice them lengthwise and as thin as possible. This is going to mimic the lasagna noodle. As you can see, my squash are jumbo sized. Chances are you won't find this size in your local grocery store, which is why you might need up to 3 squash to complete your recipe, while I will probably only need 1. As you do this, you're going to lay them onto paper towels as you would with bacon, just to absorb some of the moisture. Another way that you can also do this is to use a mandolin to get even slices. I just find this is just faster for me. The yellow squash noodles are sliced, and we're just going to set them to the side to be used later. Next up, we're going to dice 1 green bell pepper. Then we chop 1 onion. Next, we mince 4 cloves of garlic. We're gonna get started with our meat sauce. The first thing we're gonna do is turn the heat to medium-low. Then add 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Add 1 pound of ground turkey and 1 pound of ground beef. It's already starting to brown, which is what you want. So now I'm gonna start adding in the spices. 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of oregano, and 2 tablespoons of basil, and a few turns of cracked pepper. You can take what was left of your olive oil and put a little bit of water in, no more than 2 tablespoons so it doesn't dry out. It's starting to brown. There's still a little bit of pink that you can see. This is the time when you want to add your other ingredients. "16 ounces of tomato sauce and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And we're going to incorporate that in there really nicely. We're gonna cover it up again and let it sit for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes. In terms of your ground beef, it's really the percentage that you enjoy best. I like 90 to 93% lean for the ground beef and the ground turkey. If you're running short on time, you can replace the tomato sauce and all the spices with a rich store-bought marinara sauce. This is a real good shortcut. You can substitute in frozen green peppers. This is not a problem. Or tricolor peppers. That's actually a very delicious substitution. It's a good hack. You also want to bring your meat sauce to a boil. Oh, look at that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Cover this and set it to the side. The next step is making the ricotta mixture. So it's very easy. You're gonna take a 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese. I chose part skim, but you can choose whole milk. Either one works just fine. You're gonna put that into the mixture. Then you're gonna take 2 tablespoons of parsley. You can do fresh parsley. You can also do, as I did here, just dried spice. Either way is fine. This is a bit of a time saver. I like that. And 1 egg. And then you just whisk it together. This is a Dutch whisk. I love this. It works for dough. It also works for this, and it's just extremely helpful. I just like it so much. I think it blends so nicely. By the way, this whisk and other products that you'll see in this video are available. There's links below in the description. You can check them out. Okay, this looks so good. This Look at that, gorgeous. We are ready to assemble our yellow squash lasagna. We also have some sliced mushrooms. I bought these pre-sliced, again a time saver, and some chopped frozen spinach. I have a slightly deeper casserole dish, which allows me to fit all the layers in. For reference, it's 9 by 13 by 3.5. So I like to grease the dish with a firm stick of butter, then glide it along the bottom, sides, and corners of the entire pan. You just want to make sure you get into every nook and cranny of it. This ensures that it will slide right out. Then preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Next, you put a layer of meat sauce in. You're going to use about half the meat sauce. You just want a nice thin layer, but you want the bottom to be completely covered. You want to get it nice and flat. Next up is our first layer of squash slices, and you just sort of align them like puzzle pieces. They don't have to be perfect. And sometimes I find it helpful to have a knife on hand in case you need to slice them to make them fit better. Next up, you're going to put half of the ricotta mixture right on top. Just put some dollops down, and then you just start spreading it. Start spreading those dollops. Next up, you're going to take a 1-pound bag of chopped frozen spinach, and you're going to spread it out as a layer, an entire layer. You're going to push it down quite a bit. And then you're going to put down a layer of mushrooms. Just give it a nice push down. I have about 16 ounces of mozzarella. I love mozzarella. You can go a little lighter on the mozzarella if you'd like, but err on the side of more when it comes to mozzarella. That's my opinion. Okay, next up, we're gonna go back to the meat sauce. Now I am gonna make one recommendation. If you don't have a really deep casserole dish like I have, I would probably leave the spinach and the mushroom layer off, or chop the mushrooms very, very finely and use maybe half of the spinach mixture. That way you'll have enough room, because as you can see, we're at the top right now. This puppy is filled, and we are ready to cover the top with foil. Let's put it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes. It is time to take the foil off. So now we're going to raise the temperature to 375 degrees and put it in for another 15 minutes so that it can get golden brown on the top. It's ready. Let's get it out. It's bubbling and beautiful. All we have to do now is let it rest for about 10 minutes. Then we're ready to slice, serve, and enjoy. Should we give it a try? It's so good. It's just so good. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe so you can get all of my latest videos. Also, you can check out previous videos right here. Until next time, wishing you simple, fantastic cooking.